Hello, everyone. We have heard a lot of stories about meditation. We have heard a lot of things, but even then, we are not able to concentrate. We are unable to concentrate on any work. Why does this happen? And what is the reason? This is the reason whenever we start doing any work. So our mind starts wandering. Various types of thoughts start running in our mind, and we are unable to concentrate on that work. So if you are also struggling with this problem, then today's story is going to be very important for you. So definitely watch this story till the end. In this story, we are going to tell you some ways through which you can do any task with full concentration, and your concentration will also deepen every second. Friends. Once upon a time, there used to be a very famous saint in the city. He was very learned and very knowledgeable. People used to come to him from faraway places for their solutions, and many of his disciples also used to stay with him in his hermitage. It's a matter of one day. He was strolling in his hermitage when he saw that one of his disciples was trying to pass some Sanskrit words from one page to another, but due to repeated mistakes, he had to start all that work again. After several attempts, he finally got tired and gave up. Then his eyes fell on those saint. When the disciple saw that saint, he saluted him, and while telling his problem, he said to those saint, "Hey, saint, I have been trying to upload it on a new page for about 2 hours, but I don't know why I am making mistakes again and again. I don't know why my mind is wandering again and again. I am trying to control my mind every time, but again and again I keep making some mistake, and that is why I have to start this work again and again. Why is this happening?" Responding to this, the saint tells his disciple that this happens only due to lack of attention because he is an ordinary person. Just wastes 99% of your brain's energy. For this reason, his mind is not able to concentrate on any work, and this is the reason why he keeps making mistakes again and again, and even if he wants to, he is not able to correct those mistakes, and that is exactly what happened. The mind performs these tasks with great ease, and there are many reasons behind this also. Then that disciple says to those saint, "What are the reasons, Thursday?" Then the saint tells his disciple the first reason and says, "While writing, you must be thinking about some other incident." On this, the disciple nods his head and says, "Yes, saint, you are absolutely right. Today is a holiday for all the disciples, and everyone has gone out for their work, but I have got this work, and I have to complete this work. Maybe this is the reason why I am not able to concentrate properly." Then that young disciple says to that saint, "O saint, if our mind is not interested in anything, and if we are not able to do any work properly, then how can we increase our concentration in such a situation?" Responding to this, the saint says to his young disciple, "Child, I am going to tell you some such methods. If you keep these in mind, you will definitely be able to increase your concentration power, and you will be able to concentrate deeply on any work." Further, Saint explains the first method and says, whenever your mind is not engaged in any work, first of all, take a deep breath and exhale deeply. Do this about 5 times, and take your mind off work and other things and just focus on your breathing. Further, Saint explains the next method and says, whenever you are doing any work, try to connect all your senses to the work, as if even now you were trying to write. So while writing, when you hold a pen in your hands, feel the touch of that pen between your fingers. See the words being formed with your eyes, and concentrate on the sound of the friction of the pen and paper as you write. Listen carefully to it, or feel the pronunciation of the words echoing within your mind as you write. And now feel the smell of that ink with your nose. This will unite all your senses and connect them to a single task. Further, he says, Saint, become united with your work. Become connected with it, and after connecting your senses with your work, your meditation will become extremely deep. This means that you have become one with the work. That means you are completely lost in your work. And when you do any work like this, you will not even realize the time, and there will be no mistake in your work. But remember one more thing from me. If from time to time your mind starts wandering, different types of thoughts start arising in your mind, and your mind starts running here and there. Don't be afraid. Decide again and try to concentrate again. In no time, you will become adept at this practice, and your meditation will become increasingly deeper. That disciple listened carefully to all the things that Saint said, and after that he did the same, and within no time he became so engrossed in his work that he was making mistakes everywhere. There he was no longer making any mistakes. Moreover, he completed all his work in one go, and this was possible because all our attention is divided among our senses, and hence it is very important for us to concentrate our senses on one task, because if our attention is divided among these senses, will remain. So our mind will keep wandering. Wherever our senses run, there our mind will also run. But if you concentrate all your senses on just one task, your mind will stop wandering. And at this time, you will reach very deep meditation. But the ordinary mind cannot practice it for long. But by practicing this way again and again, the mind learns to practice meditation. And your attention starts becoming very deep, and you also start getting interested in that work. And whenever you get completely lost in that work, you do not even realize the time, and your work also gets done well and successfully. That saint became engrossed in meditation after telling all these things to his disciple. But suddenly, a young man came there, and that young man saluted that saint. Then that saint opened his eyes, and on this the young man says, "Saint, I have come to you from a long way. I have heard all kinds of things about you. I heard that you solve everyone's problems. I also have a problem, please guide me." On this, the saint class says to that young man, "Tell me, what is your problem?" The young man tells his problem to that saint. "Hey, Thursday, I have been preparing for a very long time. I have also given many types of government examinations, but I could not pass any of them. I am unable to figure out where I am going wrong. After all, what am I lacking?" Hearing this question from that young man, the saint started smiling and said to that young man, "Do you really want to succeed in your exam?" Responding to this, the young man says, "Yes, saint, I want to succeed in my examination. That is why I have come to you. Please guide me." Then saint, he got up from his place and took the young man by the hand and took him to a well. After reaching near the well, the saint put a pitcher in the hand of that young man and told that young man to fill this pitcher with water and bring it back to the hermitage. Having said this, the guru returned back to the hermitage, but the young man stood there thinking, "How will I get the answer to my question by filling this pitcher with water? After all, how will I know how to pass the exam?" But that young man had no other option. So as he was told that Thursday, he drew water from the well and filled the pot with water. But what is this? There are many small holes in the pot through which water is slowly leaking. The young man started thinking in his mind that there is a hole in this pot. How will I take it to the hermitage? Then he thought that these holes are very small. If I take it quickly, I can reach the ashram quickly. Not much water will fall from it. Thinking this, the young man picked up the pot and ran towards them as quickly as possible. But by the time he reached the hermitage, he was completely drenched, and there was only a trace of water left in the pot. Seeing this, the saint started smiling and said to the young man, "Wandering of mind is a big disease, and the same is happening with you also. You have different types of thoughts in your mind, meaning you are thinking many thoughts at the same time, due to which your mental energy is continuously getting wasted, and that is why, despite working hard, you are not able to achieve any results. As there were many small holes in that pot, and you thought that you will reach the hermitage quickly with it, which was your goal, but you saw that all the water slowly started falling from that pot, and till the end, there was water in this pot. Only water is left in name. So stop your mind from wandering, because without meditation, no work can be accomplished. On this, some people will definitely say that some work is done only by physical strength, but remember that the body also works on the orders of the mind. Therefore, all work is possible only with mental power. If a woodcutter is not careful while cutting wood, he may not be able to use the axe at one place and may even injure himself. Therefore, the basic element of knowledge and every work is meditation. And if you want to achieve something big in your life, if you want to be successful in this examination, then you will have to learn to concentrate at one place, because as per the habit you develop, so will your mind become. Will go away. Therefore, whenever you do even the smallest work, do it with full heart. By doing this, the nature of our mind starts changing, and we start concentrating on any work, and once you achieve proficiency in it, you will definitely get success. Then the young man says to that teacher, "But whenever I sit to study on Thursday, different kinds of thoughts start coming in my mind, and I get lost in those thoughts. I can't control my mind even if I want to. In such a situation, how can I leave those thoughts in my mind?" On this Thursday, smilingly, he places a glass in the hands of the young man and fills the glass to the brim with water and says to the young man, "Not a single drop of water should fall from this glass which is in your hand. Hold on to it." On this, the young man says, "But for how long?" In response to this, he says to that young man on Thursday, "Unless I ask you to keep this glass down." That young man obeyed the saint and will stand up with the glass ready. After all, he too had to prove his worth on that Thursday. Initially, everything was going well, but after some time, different types of thoughts started arising in his mind, and he started wondering what would be the good of doing all this. No matter how hard I try, I can't control my mind. I can't control it. I will never be able to change. Thinking this, the boy started feeling uneasy in his mind. He kept trying continuously, but now, due to the movement of his body, the water was falling down from the glass again and again, and was spreading on the ground. Seeing this, the teacher said to the young man, "Son, as long as your mind was calm, not even a drop of water fell from the glass. As soon as different types of thoughts started arising in your mind, your body also started reacting in the same way, and because of your body's reaction, water started falling down from the glass and started spreading on the ground." Further, the saint explains to the young man and says, "Son, just as hot iron is hit by a hammer, it takes a new shape. In the same way, a thought is like a small hammer, due to which a person's body, personality, and mind start taking shape. That is, your mind is like water in a glass, and it goes astray very easily, gets distracted. If you want the water filled in the glass to remain calm, then for this you will have to keep your mind calm." After this, Saint tells the young man, "Now hold this glass once again and bring all your attention to your breath. Feel the breath coming and going from your stomach into your chest. Whatever pain or discomfort you are feeling in your hand, let it go. Let go of the thoughts that are coming to your mind. Remind yourself that you are not the mind, but are observing the mind. You are not even the breath. You are looking at the breath. By remembering this, thoughts will come and go, but they will not be able to distract you. The boy kept practicing like this for some time, until now not even a single drop of water fell on the ground from that glass. Seeing this, the teacher smiled and said to the young man, "Son, now just practice this in your work and studies. With this, the mind will slowly begin to calm down. Then achieving any big thing will become natural for the mind. In this way, you can achieve any big goal. And if you want to succeed in any examination, then this will also happen very easily for you." Having said this, the teacher calmed down, and the young man also understood why he had not been successful even after giving so many examinations. He paid obeisance to those Thursdays and returned back to his home. Friends, we have learned many important things from this story. Let us know about them one by one. First of all, use all 5 senses on one task. Take deep breaths and exhale deeply. Bring attention to the breath and leave everything else. Secondly, connect all the senses with only one work: ear, eyes, nose, touch. Connect with the work in every way. Become one in that work. Thirdly, even if the concentration gets lost, there is no need to panic. Resolve once again and try again. Try to be completely engrossed in your work again. Gradually, the meditation will deepen and you will become completely engrossed in any work. When this happens, you will complete the task very easily and effortlessly. In the meantime, you will not be able to estimate the time that is going to be taken, and at the same time, neither will the work seem a burden to you, nor will you feel boring in doing that work. You will be happy in that work. You will enjoy that work, and you will be able to complete that work with great ease and ease. The second thing that we learn from this story is that every information and every action has its essence. Meditation. We feel that small distractions of the mind do not matter, but without meditation, no work is possible. You must have felt at some point or the other that while you are studying or doing some important work, a notification comes on your phone. Your mind immediately says that let's see that notification once. What is there in it? And as soon as you go to see that notification, your entire attention goes to that smartphone and most of your time. It passes by, but by the time you realize it, it's too late. Thirdly, accept and know that just as a hot iron gets its shape by the blow of a hammer, in the same way the thoughts of the mind are also like a hammer, and by their blow a person's body, personality, and mind take shape. You must have also noticed that when we have positive thoughts in our mind, we feel very positive, good, and light. At the same time, when we have negative thoughts in our mind, we feel very heavy, upset, and worried. Besides, our body also feels very tired. Therefore, it is necessary for us to pay attention to even the smallest thoughts. That is why it is important for us to be aware, and that is why not to allow unwanted thoughts to enter our mind. Let them go. Instead, concentrate on your breath. Remind yourself that I am not the mind. I am observing the mind. I am not the breath. I am observing the breath. Whatever thoughts come, accept them and let them go. By doing this, the mind will be freed from unwanted thoughts, and you will start floating on the water like a leaf in water, due to which you will be able to feel joyful and happy. Your body will always feel healthy and energetic, and neither will your mind be immersed in any kind of stress and anxiety. In this way, you will be able to take right decisions, and your focus will also become deeper. Within no time, you will be able to concentrate on every task, and you will be able to achieve success in every task. You will be able to do whatever you want. We hope that you have learned a lot from this story. How did you like this story? Please do let us know by commenting in the comment box, then like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with your friends. Thanks for watching.